Enemy of progress.
It is.
Hi everyone. It's another fine day. It's another beautiful day, and today we're about to have a conversation. A conversation, which for me is really important. Um, it never ever happened. It happened for the first time, and this is sign that we are growing. This is sign that as a community we are ready to support each other, no matter what we do. Today for studio we get four people. One person come as surprise. Uh, my sweetheart, and my boss. However, the other person come from Cameroon, and one person we don't always be for Toride, always stand for Toride, always support me, call me for crazy times, and for either tell me what to do, how to go about things. The third person, Mbole Ekane, my baby, a wonderful person. I get my personal relationship with. Now my grammar teacher though. Now he ever write me for tell me say Sako, you know punctuate for your fine. Try for cause the T. Know the right do right this way or right that way. And then the fourth person, that one my person for house, my personal person. Edith. I call her mommy Edith. I go laugh. I say, yeah, but your mommy. You're not just a mom to me, you're a mom to the community. Guys, welcome to Toridi.
Thank you for pulling me out.
Boss, we don't start to. I don't know if not even. Yeah, I don't know. You did a
I want to share. I can't find what to share.
You share no. We'll
Okay.
start first, then we'll jump into sharing and
Oh,
all of that.
Share, like, comment.
I don't know. We'll start with introduction. I don't really think the introduction be necessary, but at the end of the day, you never know who will watch the video. So
You go introduce me.
Someone will start with Agbor Gilbert. Tell us a little bit about you, your names, and where you're from, and what you do.
Short.
Very important.
Action.
Yeah, you won already.
No, see me I be filmmaker, so you're gonna say action.
This show will be crazy.
But you're good already.
Call shot.
Action.
We didn't come here to get too serious.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I understand, boss. We are running already.
All right. And
Roll.
You know they say robust.
action.
Action.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this family of Toride, our community show.
If you put that mic closer to you a bit.
They say I bring mic for my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Take two, roll tape, and action.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toride, our community show. My name is Agbor Gilbert, the Prince of Enokun. And today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a film producer. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a humanitarian. I live in Boya. I'm from Enokun village. I'm the CEO and founder of the Cameroon International Film Festival. I'm the chairman of the Oscars Viewing Committee from Cameroon. I'm a shareholder of Toride.
Masako is just finding out.
I don't think so. God.
No, at the end of the day, it's a hangout. Now,
Yeah.
I don't even know why Mrs. Abdul even want me
Well,
to
what
keep-
I said, you brought
Can we go
movie
ahead
people.
with
crazy people.
Mbole,
Are you done?
Can you
Are you
Your
done?
intro
That's
was
a lot.
long. Let's
No.
The
continue.
intro, and today
Are you married or single?
today I'm very excited
He
that
will talk about that one.
today I'm very excited that my runaway girlfriend, Mbole Ekane, is here. She has been avoiding me, you know. After she lost her dog, she blamed me for going away and the dog being sad and the dog passing away. So thank you everybody for tuning in on Toride, and I hope we have a chit chat. Participate on the show, leave your comments, ask questions, because we're going to dive deep into the entertainment industry in Cameroon. We're going to try to touch the fashion industry. We're going to try to touch the film industry, the music, the bloggers, the ones that they spoil the industry and the ones that they fix them. We are also going to talk about some of the things that can benefit other young people where we can grow. The networking that we've been doing with the help of TORIDEY and other organizations like Hot Jams, Next Team, 237, bloggers like Roy Mama, Candid Opinion, Melodies, crown it all. We
Give
want
her
to
your
encourage.
introduction.
Leave me alone.
Give her introduction.
Leave me
30
alone.
minutes.
You asked me for
30
introduction.
minutes.
Are you the director?
No, I'm the director.
It's 30
And
minutes.
we want to crown it all with the queen of Cameroonian bloggers, Madame Beboma.
Hey guys.
Can we, Christine, tell us a little bit about you, your names, where you're from, and what you used to do.
I like the what you used to do part. I can't really top that length of introduction,
Yeah, I'm telling
so
you.
I'll keep it very simple. I'm Kysten Enem.
Introduction, body, and conclusion.
Edith, I beg, when you talk, I don't say microphone, the phone, so really loud. Like, go ahead, please.
I'm Kysten Enem.
Mhm.
I am, what am I now? Jesus. Used to be easy to introduce, but well, I'm media girl. I'm a media girl on break. I've executive producer, talk show host of the Kysten Enem show. For those of you who know, but it's been like 5 years. I've been on a long break. It's been like 5 years since I did anything TV, and this is my first TV appearance in a long time. And Mr. Nasako literally had to pull me out of my home for this. Currently, I'm just living a simple life. I have a beautiful daughter, and I'm an IT professional. So that's what I am now. Maybe someday in the future, I'll think about coming back to TV. But for now, this is just me, simple girl next door.
Mbole, can you pull your microphone closer to you? Yeah, that way. Okay, I think it's your turn to introduce yourself, please. Yeah, Mbole, go ahead.
Okay,
Who you are and
thank
what
you.
you do.
First of all, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. It's great to see Kysten.
Can you pull that mic closer?
It's great to see Kysten Enem. I used to follow her when I started blogging, and it's also great to see Edith. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you, right? Yes. And of course, my runaway husband, Agbor Gilbert. But anyway, my name is Mbole Ekane. TORIDEY, thank you so much. I know I've been here before. It's been a few years that I actually did something with TORIDEY. The last time we did something, it was really fun and it was quite successful. And a lot of people watched it. I run the Hot Gem blog, which it's a media platform, a media outlet, which it has an online platform. We also just launched our print magazine called the Hot Gem Magazine. So please make sure you get it. And I'm going to begin a podcast very soon, which I'm working on. I also took a little bit of a break last year. I didn't really come online a lot, but I was still doing a lot behind the scenes. Sometimes you just need to take 2 steps back to move 5 steps forward to observe what's going on so you could come back and add value and not just be online making noise. So hopefully today, Agbor Gilbert said it all. We are going to talk about entertainment. We're going to focus on movies, the fashion industry. We're going to talk about blogging, media, and just all the things that we need to talk about to be able to support our community, both good and bad, because we can't only talk about the good things. We need to also know the things that went wrong, things that could be improved on. And some people may not like to hear the truth, but we're going to spit it out today.
I'm going to try to hold my tongue.
Mama, Edith, mommy, Edith. You did talk so speed out now, but give it me hand so. Small time trouble will come here. Edith, go ahead.
Okay, I don't have much to say. I'm Edith Pikwa. Hey.
I like the pause.
Former actress.
Gilbert. Former actress, of course. I'm still acting behind the scene. My life is acting. I'm a mom of 3. I'm a student. I'm a nurse, and I'm a hustler. And I'm the brand ambassador for Africstar Fashion. So I don't really have much. I'm Pikwa Edith.
And she's the owner of this T-shirt I'm wearing.
Okay, that's beautiful.
This is her brand. This is Edith
Africstar
Pikwa. All of me is Edith Pikwa.
Okay. We'll start with Kysten. Kysten, you don't be for the industry, especially Nigeria, Cameroon. tell us a little bit about what you learned from Nigeria, where you feel see if they start playing for Cameroon, it will make a difference based on those days when you were active.
I like that. Yeah, caveat.
5 years is a long.
It's a long time. Yes. Yeah, like you rightly said, 5 years is a long time. 6 maybe. So because I was last active on social media or TV in 2017, 2016.
So you don't really come on social media, or you just?
I do
Okay.
Instagram, but I don't.
Okay.
My Facebook is not active. I don't do
How
anything
do
on
you
it.
do it? Because I can't. I'll die.
I needed the break, so it just was supposed to be 1 year break, and then life just happened, and then just when I was trying to get back in and think of what to do, I got pregnant. I have a beautiful daughter.
Oh, okay, no.
Yeah, and she's 2 years old, and she's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
but I think that this is me now trying to be diplomatic, but also truthful. Nigerians have hustle. I think the thing about Nigerians that Nigerians have, I'm half Nigerian, half Cameroonian, so yeah, I'm both. The thing about Nigerians,
like a gift for Nigerians, they know how to hustle.
Is hustle. It's like, yeah, that's it, hustle. I always say that if I didn't leave Cameroon to Nigeria, I would never have had what I had. I would never have created what I did, because I started a talk show back when nobody even was doing it. I was one of the first people to do it. And it's because I went to Nigeria and I had a dream, and then I was able to hustle to get it done. Nigeria has a way of making your dreams come alive. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Cameroonians have that, but we don't have. I feel like our hustle spirit is not as strong as Nigerians' hustle spirit. That's one.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Their hustle spirit is out of this world. Like anywhere you go and you find a Nigerian doing something, they put everything that they have into it. And they don't stop until they get it. It's like they set a goal and they must get that goal before they even know that, I've done it. But it feels like for Cameroonians, it's like, once I'm already in there, it's fine. It's okay to just be there, not exactly attacking it like your life depends on it. That's the difference. That I think that if Cameroonians start doing that, then there'll be a change in what we see. But I'm talking too much, so.
No, we need to learn. No, I like that hustle.
Yeah, that's the hustle. It's the hustle that's the difference.
Mbole, tell us a little bit about what you do, blogging. You're in the United States. You have, you get your power already. You win money. You get everything. Why did you choose? Because you are one of the people who started it long ago, when maybe no person maybe even thinks it is a blogging. I think. Why did you think? Why you decide for venture into that?
So correction, when I started,
Your microphone is far away.
When I started, Next Team had already started. They had Tip Top Stars, they had Next Team, they had I Rep Camera, and they had a few other bloggers like Mode Maison PR at the time. I think Cynthia was PR for Stanley Enem. So I wasn't the first, but I was one of the early bird.
Yes,
very early bird. And I was one of the people that actually I used to promote my blog, which Next In was the only other blog that I saw that did the same thing. So when I started, I remember Kysten. She had a talk show, and I think she was the only person I knew from Cameroon that had a talk show in Nigeria. And I thought, wow, this is so amazing. We have a Cameroonian in Nigeria that actually has a talk show, and you used to go for awards. I think you even did a tweet on Burna Boy back then, before we even knew who Burna Boy was. Now that I remember, and I think we screenshotted it. Yeah, but anyway, for me, when I started, it wasn't easy because you're just trying to start a blog, promote people. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I was not into Cameroonian music per se in that capacity. The only Cameroonian music that I used to listen to were the songs that they played in parties, which were like songs that my parents listened to, like Dedi Yango and Petit Pays. But I didn't know anything about Stanley Enem. I didn't even know who Daphne was. So for me, coming in from the US, I felt like I had to do a lot more to get the information, and also because I don't belong to any clique in Cameroon, and I think that was my major problem. Still is a major problem today for me, because I didn't grow up in Cameroon to the capacity of most people. So for me, I went above and beyond to get information, and many people just considered me as a person from the diaspora, so nobody really took me seriously. But as you can see, the Hot Gem is still going. We're still doing our thing. If it were for money, I bet you I would have stopped almost immediately, because there are so many blogs that I followed back in the day that have disappeared. And I won't even repeat it. I hope people can watch the old shows. But Steve Njang, from the owner of Next Team, explained it perfectly. If you're doing this for money, you're going to give up quickly. We did it just because I like to write. One, I come from a family of writers. My mom writes, my dad writes. So naturally, I just adopted it. So writing and blogging was very easy for me. But I won't lie, there were many times that I felt like giving up, because one of my major problems was getting writers, just hiring people to write for the Hot Gem. And unfortunately, the people that I did hire, thank you for the work you did. But many of them, I guess they thought that it would be better for them to become CEOs, which is okay. So they ended up doing their own blog. And sometimes I look at it like, yes, it's okay to be your own CEO or become a CEO, but let's be realistic. If you're not going to make money off of it immediately, why don't you kind of hustle? And that's that hustle mentality that we lack. Why can't you do 3 things at a time? You could have still blogged for the Hot Gem while starting your own business.
Yep.
But once you think that you have a little fame, I'm going to do my own blog and do my own thing. Where are all of them now? Nowhere. So at the end of the day, you look out for yourself. My goal is to continue to be supportive of the Cameroonian and African entertainment industry. We're not only limited to Cameroon. So please, people who start going on the Hot Gem and they start saying, you guys talk about Nigeria. Yes, we will talk about Nigeria. The Hot Gem is for Africa. But of course, being Cameroonian, I have more vested interest in growing my own people, but it's not going to only be limited to Cameroon. So I think that we need to stick together. We need to be more resilient. We need to be able to support each other. It's not all about just you building your brand. You can still work with other people while doing other things. My content lead, or I can call him a country manager, Benoit Yuvin, has played a very integral part in growing the Hot Gem. And it's not because he probably thinks the Hot Gem is the best thing in the world, but it's because he believes in the dream. But it doesn't stop him from doing other things that he's interested in. And I think that's why we work so well. He has been with me since 2019. He was referred to me by Eric Banav, another person who's very vested in the media entertainment industry. And ever since then, it's not perfect. I have my flaws. He has his flaws. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect, but we work perfectly together, because I understand that as much as you're putting into the Hot Gem, I want you to grow. So if it means you have to go out there and get other gigs, do what you have to do. And I think that's why he still works for me, because he knows that he's not just limited, like my whole life is the Hot Gem. If I leave the Hot Gem, then she's going to be mad. I let him go out there and do what he has to do, So I think the key thing is we need to be more ambitious. Let's do what we have to do. It doesn't mean because you have an idea and you have a passion, you cannot also help somebody else grow their passion. Because if you help that person grow and you grow your own, now we have 2 different things that are going on at the same time. So let's be a little bit more, let's make more sacrifices. It's not all about us, because if it was all about me, trust me, I would be out there always posting and making sure people see me. But if many of you who have followed the Hot Gem, you notice that some people don't even know that I own it. Everybody thinks it's Benoit, because I let him do what he has to do. The youth, let them grow, let them be out there. It's not about me. It's about the platform. So let's just continue working together and trying to grow the industry and the community in a positive light.
Boss Agbor Gilbert. Sorry, they say it's ladies before gentlemen. Edith, former actress. What happened?
So what's happened?
Oh my God. I think my time was not acting. For me, I was an actress, but I was a business lady too. It was a passion, but I needed money. You understand? I won't lie. I can't be doing something that I don't have money like coming out of it. Then I'll come and say, okay. I work hard for my kids, so I can't be doing something day in, day out this year, next year. Then I don't really see the profit out of it. I have passion. I had passion. I still have passion for acting. I still do like skits, TikTok videos, fun stuff. But I was not just an actress, or I was also the executive producer. So I put money into movies.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't put your money and then you don't realize something, you know. But the good thing is that being an actor and an executive producer, at least I wanted to help like help the industry, like some people in the industry, maybe give them that push and showcase them. And I think I did that. And for that, I was good with that. So I'm like, let me just continue with different stuff. I'll just watch the acting from behind because money, forget money, that thing, it's not that easy.
Boss Agbor Gilbert,
Gilbert is here. It's not easy. So, and then I don't like fake life. I'm somebody that is real. The thing is that when I went to Cameroon, I know some people will be like, but is this what it is? That time when I went there, I saw actors. I'll ask some of them. They'll catch like a taxi. They don't have money to pay taxi. I'm like, but I see you guys on Facebook. It's like people are doing well. What's going on? Can't you just get a job and maybe do this on the side or something? I'm just like, I have some kids in Africa now that are doing other things. I actually talk to them to do so. Like, I'll give an example. Joe Brax, that's my little girl in Cameroon. She owns a makeup studio now. She's doing well. Before, she was just in the movie industry, like behind the scenes, helping out and doing stuff, acting sometimes. But you will see that they're struggling. She didn't really have much, but she had talent. She could do makeup. She could do different things. She could cook. I was like, Brax, do something else. You can still do your acting on the side, but get something for yourself. Because when I came there, so I don't want to call names because Gilbert. Gilbert is one of the people in the movie industry I met, so he knows. I actually co-produced 2 movies, so it's not like I put money in it, so I know what I'm talking about. Yep. I paid some of the actors, and besides, the money that they paid actors were so cheap, you know. No, but it is what it is. We have to be real with these things. So people, if you're going to acting, you have to know. Don't just think you just jump in there and just get some money like that. No, it's a process. And sometimes, like, look at my Onyama Laura now. The first movie that showcased her, she got money from Ecran Noir. It was my movie, Kiss of Death. And I was so happy because I saw her earn money. And from that day till now, at least she's comfortable. You know, she has her own thing going on and all that. She can even buy something for herself. She has a place. She has a car now. So at least that made me happy. Yeah.
Entertainment from a place of passion,
yes,
than from a place of need.
Thank you.
So if there's a way for you to balance having a job and doing your passion until your passion can flow, then you should do that. But
just like,
I also was one of those young people who just was driven by passion. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do.
No, I'm very for that.
And I hustled. I hustled until it started paying off. And then when it started paying off, it paid off real good. But until then, it was a hustle. And I feel like if we have you have to find a way to balance it.
Definitely.
So it's either, like you said,
just lazy.
You're working with somebody who's already there. Right? Who's already doing what you want to do, and you find a way to attach yourself to them and feed off of their expertise and experience and gain their knowledge and resources, and then follow your own passion. That's one way to do it. Or have a job and then be doing your passion until your passion is big enough to follow your lifestyle.
Boss Agbor Gilbert,
that's the easy way.
1 year from you now, first of all, tell people to share that video. Other people, command people, dictate on them share the video. Number 1, and then number 2.
Share the video, people.
You put out a post the other day talking about the Oscars. We want you to get in there and just tell us about that, what it was all about.
Well, I have a friend.
What's your microphone?
I have a friend, Mr. Chi Anthony, another runaway filmmaker who lives here in Texas. Chi Anthony, I'm seeing you online. Please share the video. Sophie Talk Show, share the video. on your platform, or I will not come on your podcast. I just tell you one time, Marie, please share the video. You know you're my person. So okay, I don't call the three wafi column. Let's move forward now. Um, the Cameroon film industry has made some very good strive over time. Um, we got into this journey in 2008, and in 2008, we created the Cameroon film industry as it is today, with 6 active guilds. And over time, we've been outsourcing partnership with other stakeholders across the world. So we reach out to Hollywood, we've tried to reach out to Bollywood, to Nollywood. We've done collaborations with the Ghanaians, and we've been to South Africa to get a stand at their Discop, which is a film market. We've had a working relationship with the American film market. For festivals, we've had the opportunity to get into the Cannes Film Festival in 2014. And 2015, we went for the first time at the Sundance. Then later on, the Toronto Film Festival in 2017. Uh, Over time, we've been trying to, print the image and the identity of the Cameroonian people, while propagating the social cultural identity of the people from Cameroon through this medium of cinema. And so we approach the Oscars to bring them to what they promised our forebears back in the 60s, when they first came to visit the Cameroons. And there was an arrangement that was initiated by the then Ministry of Arts and Culture of the Southern Cameroons and the Prime Minister of the Southern Cameroons, Jongo Foncha, which propelled to later on the filming of the first Cameroonian American Cameroonian co-production, the movie Tanzan, which was done in Cameroon, and in a project whereby our people gave them a lot of support. That movie ended up making about, $40 million, which none of the proceeds was returned back to the people of Southern Cameroon or Cameroon as a whole, to even help us with the infrastructures which were, agreed upon, that Universal Pictures was supposed to come, look into the partnership with the cinemas that were existing. Formerly in Bamenda, there was a cinema that was run by an Indian family, same like the one in Kumba. Then later on, you had people like Faiz who came, the cinema in Tiko. Every major town in the West Cameroon at that time had a cinema. Manfi, Kumba, Boya, Tiko, Moyoka, Bamenda, Bali, Kumbu, all of those places had cinemas. So I went to the Universal Pictures and said, okay, this is what we gathered as information, and you didn't keep your end of the bargain. How do we work in the 21st century in collaboration? So through this, the Universal Pictures invited me for the Heroes in the Struggles Award. There I met the CEO of Lionsgate. I met the board of directors of the Disney World and the people of Paramount Pictures and other people. So now these are studios, which, from my understanding, for you to do a movie with a studio is so complicated. So how do we build an audience and build relevance for the people who are already having content at hand? So my target was the Oscars, the Golden Globes. So we work at that time. Mr. Josh Madiba Oloko was the director of cinema at the Ministry of Arts and Culture, and the board chair, Mr. Alex Mbiao, we collaborate. I was a public relation officer of the Cameroon film industry at that time. So we managed to get into the Oscars. And then we had our first film. Prior to that, Coopération Française had submitted a film from Cameroon, which was produced in French Cameroon. It's a film that was done in Cameroon, but the entry was from France. Okay. So now it is the first time that Cameroon as a country was submitting a film with a committee that is made up of Cameroonians. So we did submit the movie, The Fisherman's Diary. And with that, Oscars gave us cut us a lot of slacks for us to facilitate the submission process, because it's very cumbersome and very challenging. And we went there as an industry, the Cameroon film industry. So thereafter, we did submit the movie Chariot of the Gods, which was later on turned down. Then we submit Hidden Dreams, which was accepted, because the acceptance is not by us. We will select the film from Cameroon, but the Oscars need to accept the film to be in the cinemas, because they have to screen the films across the cinemas in the United States, in LA, in New York. There are specific Oscars, Academy cinemas where Academy members will go to watch these films. So the decision is theirs. And then later on, when they shortlist the film, and then now they can come up now with the nomination, the list of films that are nominated. So there are 3 different stages. So the first stage is that the Cameroonian committee, Oscars viewing committee, will watch films and decide that, okay, this is the film that we are sending to represent Cameroon. When the film goes, the Oscars need to accept the film that this film will be representing Cameroon. Then before they put the film in circulation for the Academy members to watch the film. Then when they watch the film, they can now shortlist the film. Then when they shortlist the film, then they will now nominate the film. So it's a whole process, which is not something Agbor Gilbert can decide and say, okay, Edith is my friend. I want to send Edith's film. So it's not my decision. And then the Academy members are supposed to be film scholars and filmmakers. You understand? So you might have an insight of film because, for example, we have people like Professor Madiba Oloko, who was the former director of cinema. He's not a filmmaker. Same like we have the current director of cinema, Professor Fai Donatus, who is a member of the Oscars viewing committee. So then you have filmmakers like myself, Anori Winningbaum, Itambi Delphine, and the rest. Then now, since we are going as an industry, the Oscars does not work with individuals. It works with an industry, an organized structure. And then the Cameroonians of French Francophone have concerns that when we want to send films, we send films only from films that are being made from the English-speaking Cameroonians, which is not true, because the announcement is made public. But now this is where it gets tricky. When we want to submit a film, because the Oscars have different pages, it's in a portal where you complete this stage is synchronized to the next stage. So if you miss one answer, it brings you back to answer that position. So now most of the filmmakers who say, okay, they don't want to be part of the Cameroon film industry as a structured, which is how Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood, all of them are structured. And then when we are filling the form, we say Edith Pikwa, movie title, Kiss of Death, director, Ala Liu. And then when they say, okay, industry, Edith Pikwa. Okay. When they say Edith Pikwa, industry, what am I supposed to put? I'll put Cameroon film industry. They say guild. I put producers guild. Then now they say, okay, insert credentials. I need to put the ID card, the registration ID or receipt that Edith Pikwa is a registered member with the Cameroon film industry. And now the Francophones refuse to be part of that film industry, but they want to send their film. So I keep asking them the same question. Mr. Bassett Bakobio, are we going to say industry Terre Africaine, which is your production company? Mr. Jean-Pierre Bekolo, when they say put a movie, am I going to say production on Kondongo or Ministry of Arts and Culture? So these are the challenges that we are having when it comes to Cameroon Oscars. Some people feel so entitled that they don't want to align themselves with the organization that is existing. And so by so doing, since they have monopoly over the system, they now go and meet the Minister of Culture, and the minister wants to create la Fédération de Cinématographie au Cameroun, the Cameroon Film Federation.
Why is you saying it like that?
So now, when you create a Cameroon Film Federation on a 10 regional representation, because that's how it's structured. Now, the Francophones have 8 regions, we have 2. How is that equal? Even in terms of voting, there is no how that any law that is going to favor or look into the direction of the cinematography or audiovisual in Cameroon will be even 20% or 1% advantageous to the English-speaking filmmakers, because the Francophones will always vote yes to whatever they agree and no to whatever we propose. They are 8, we are 2. So based on that, we now made it clear with Madame Brenda Elum, who's the current board chair of the Cameroon film industry, that the Oscars is open for every Cameroonian. The film industry is open for every Cameroonian. And ironically, the Francophones benefit more from the Oscars because we are in the category of foreign language, international foreign language, which means the film can only be at most 40% English, 60% either French, Bakwere, or Pidgin. So the Francophones have more.
When you say
more
Bakwere, do you
chances.
mean country talk or
Yes,
Jolly
country
Bak-
talk.
Okay.
Our ethnic
Okay.
dialects.
I want to be sure.
Our ethnic dialects have upper hands. Pidgins has upper hands. French has upper hands for any film that is coming from Cameroon.
Okay.
So, but now they don't want to even align themselves. So that is where some of us told the minister, what if you create la coopération de cinématographie audiovisuelle au Cameroun? And then some of us say that we are not going to join. What are you going to do about it?
Oh my
If the
God.
Francophones say they don't want to join the Cameroon film industry as we know it, why should we join that which is being imposed to us by a Francophone majority? Which we are not going to join. So now, based on that, we now propel to a proposition where we are saying, let us federate the 2 subsystems. The Anglophone subsystem, which comes with its own copyright and comes with a distribution network. There are 2 major players in Africa. You have Canal Horizon and you have MultiChoice. MultiChoice has channels like Africa Magic, Mnet, Showcase, and all of these. While in Canal, you have TV5, A+, Trace Africa, and all that. And then you have aggregators like Code West, and in Nigeria, in Africa, you have aggregators like Film One. So the copyright laws for the Anglophone section will benefit more of the English-speaking Cameroonians because we have a wider market just next door, which is Nigeria. So if we tilt towards Nigeria, we can benefit from the numbers that have grown over time in Nigeria. Because when you look at a platform like Netflix, Nigeria has about 1 million point something subscribers only on Netflix. If you multiply 1 million subscribers on Netflix at a price of $14 that we pay for Netflix, do the mathematics. Netflix is not going anywhere when it comes to Nigeria. And that is why Netflix has made it very clear. Our focus is on Nigeria and South Africa. We are not taking films from Cameroon anymore. Because in Cameroon, we've given you guys the opportunity. But as of now, the numbers are not there. Everybody watching Netflix in Cameroon is borrowing an account from Edith Pikwa and Mbole Ekane and Kysten Enem. Yeah, they are the ones who are giving their family members.
They've blocked it now. It's not happening.
So now we are looking at an opportunity where we can create. We missed the opportunity actually to create a buzz for Cameroonians to subscribe on Netflix, because people don't know that you can even own an account for $7, which that account for $7 is 3,500 francs. So if we had pushed with that narrative, trust me, we will not be where we are today. But gradually, using platforms like the Oscars, the Golden Globes, we are now using that to channel the right information across, because that's where their interest is. If they can buy that, then we can use that to our advantage.
Wow, that was beautiful information. Boss Mbole Ekane, by the way, those who are watching, please share. Again, my boss, Roy Mama, Shout out to you, boss. Boss Mbole Ekane, you are into blogging, you are media. What do you think at the moment is the role of media in helping our industry grow? Or what do you think should be the role of media to take us to where we want to be?
I think basically just telling our stories the way they are, trying to hype things in a good way, and just focusing on what the narrative is. Because at the end of the day, I think media can serve two different purposes. You can either use it for, telling your own narrative that you want people to know, because if we don't tell our own stories, then people will tell them for us. And then also to be able to translate the message that people like Gilbert and his team are trying to put out there to the public, because you have that platform to be able to communicate to people. So I think that's what the role is. And it can be done in so many different formats. You can do blogging, journalism, there are just so many ways. Even TORIDEY, you're a communications platform, right? So she had a talk show. You have Fiki Table, Roy Mama Show. You just have so many people, whether it's through influencers, bloggers, journalists, and the media in general. They are the ones who are responsible for putting the message out there. Now, how would they put the message? I think that's where we have a big problem in Cameroon. Simply because when people do things, if, like, for example, if I put out some story about Kysten, and if she's not happy about it, she takes it personal. And then all her friends now gang up and hate the blog because we didn't say something maybe positive about her. But I would think that maybe the better way to go about it is to reach out to the editor or to the person behind that platform, whether it's a news outlet. News outlets have contact information for you to reach out to them, to be able to tell them, like, if they put a story out there and it's incorrect, you should be able to reach out to them and correct it.
Mbole, please, so hold on. Every time we share. Chichi, share. Elvis B, share. Marie, Netflix is charging me $14. Share. Roy Mama, share. Young Slim, the day you were on the show, I share your own share. No, una no she don't for this share. Una more share. Siri Mengot, share. Oh, una so una share. Chichi, share. Okay.
Only share if they have a question for a specific.
And please send your questions. We are here. We not go anywhere. We'll die here today.
But I think just to go back to what we were saying, and thank you for telling everybody to share. Please share. I think the key thing, basically, and again, I hope people can go back to your old videos, because Steve Njang, who was here a few days ago, said that it's to inform and entertain. So however way you feel that your platform can entertain people while informing them and communicating the message from the various industry, that's how it should be. However, I also do feel that it is important that we do follow some standards, because I think that your platform represents the people that you are communicating about. And if you have a platform, it doesn't matter, even if it's a gossip blog. After all, we need gossip in our world, right? But if you're going to gossip, do it in a manner that is a little bit classy. Don't just be out there doing things crazy and there's no structure. If you're all about music, movies, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you're out there promoting, do it in a manner that at least you can put your foot down, defend it, and be proud of it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Wow. I think my problem with Cameroonians in general is that they want to dictate to you how to run your own platform. And I've noticed that a lot of times when you post things, if it's not the way that the people that are reading it want to see it, they start telling you things like, oh, you used to be so good, you've fallen, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, well, if you have fallen, why don't you go create your own platform?
So Kysten coached me sometime because I talk something on Facebook. And after he coached me that time, now 2015, I never see since that time to today. Today, not the first day.
Wake up today.
I coached you, say what's it? What did I say?
No,
What did I talk? I don't even remember. I don't remember. What did I? I don't remember. Let me apologize. I don't know what happened. Remind me.
No, the truth I say, in our understand, when we or most of we started this thing, he was already up there. So personally, me, I feel like, you know what? Now the person do if he trolly and they respond, you'll get relevance, you'll get attention and all of that. I did that for like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years. And the guy was just, okay, I know talk no nothing, just continue to do your thing. So sorry, now you don't choose to be leader, and as a leader, whatever comes to you, just take them. As you don't,
I
as you
just
don't
put you
waste
on the
stuff.
spot.
So what he says, you should ask more questions to Agbor Gilbert because he wants to learn more about the movie industry.
Yeah, we'll bring Agbor Gilbert one-on-one, and then if he asks all questions every one time. Now we'll get a panel of 4 people. We need for share the time equally. By the way, they say ladies before gentlemen.
Okay.
So now instead Agbor Gilbert will get less time for the platform today. Edith, former actress.
Where? No, we just added
Producer
that again.
up.
I'm going to start acting again because it seems as the money is coming. Because Gilbert has really break some boundaries here in America.
Talk for your microphone, I beg.
So I think I'm
Can you
going
pull
to
it
get
closer
back.
to you?
I'm going to get back into acting someday because I think the money.
Are you driven by the money?
Honestly, the passion and the money. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just do acting, just stay no give money for job.
Eddie, my question, we'll be know you now for movies. We'll be know you for
Really?
As an actress. I'm not sure I will know you when I got to Texas, to DFW.
Yeah, you're right.
So now it seems more like you're into fashion and you run around with brand and this and that. And that. Tell me more how you got there and what the brand is all about.
Okay, yeah. That's what we should be talking about. Because I want to see the cash coming like instantly.
Yeah, businesswoman.
Yeah, we're
I
businesswoman.
like it.
Yeah. How I got into African style fashion, I started like a customer. You know, I always support people online. When I see something I like, I'll order. So when I ordered African style fashion, when I got the product, I was like, this product is good. And it's like people in America are not really consuming this product. I was like, I called the CEO. I was like, send these products to me. I will try my best to show them out here to these people and they will buy it because these are good. So that is how I started as a customer.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I am the brand ambassador extraordinaire. I'd even checked my BCEOs.
Cameroonian spirit.
I didn't even try to say that maybe CEO. No, most of the things sometimes the CEO because, you know, for me in life, that's why even when I started movies, I took it. I always take something so personal because I'll do my best until I see that maybe I can't push further. So this business, I've taken it at heart in such a way that I am ready to put it out there to the world and I'm doing my utmost best.
Wait, ask you, what African style be all about? Like what do they do? What one are they do?
Okay, we do like we do it's clothing, right? For men and women. We do active wears. We do like see these capes, and the things are so unique, they're different. We have capes, we have active wears, we have swimsuits, we have sweat wears, we have t-shirts like what Agbor Gilbert is wearing. And we are working on scrubs now. We want to do scrubs for nurses. So very soon you start seeing me in all nursing homes trying to show those scrubs. And we also do clothes for families, for weddings. So it's a whole, it's a big thing. We're doing for a lot of people.
Your microphone.
Microphone. What's the microphone do?
Talk for your microphone.
Oh, where? God. So African Style Fashion, we have a website, www.africstylefashion.com. And recently, I just transformed my garage into like a mini store. I just want to showcase the things. And if you're in this DFW area, you can call me, come check it out and buy. The thing is, people are buying though. I want more people to buy and use our products. They are very good. The quality is superb. I can look at what Gilbert is wearing. Look at what I have on. You know, we have them in different colors. And we can also customize for families, friends, okay, right now we're doing like for the veterans. We have the veteran coming up in September.
What is that?
The football tournament. Yeah. So we are doing for most of the teams. We've done for like 11 teams already. I think they have like 33 teams. So we wish to do for all the teams. So everybody
What is veteran?
Huh?
What is veteran?
Okay, maybe I explain that one. Veteran are actually football for older people. Eddie might explain now. Veteran are actually football for older people. so 35 and above. So a few years ago, the Cameroonian community decided, you know what, we get so many people to be play when they be young, and now we don't decide to set up this structure where every year we gather maybe for whatever town for play that competition. So now actually now the biggest Cameroonian event will happen for America every year right now. I need to talk, I want to talk, I know the numbers and all of that. I know the numbers and all of that. So now opportunities for even invite some person the Gilbert, because I wish camera be there for my face. The whole it started like a joke, and then it don't really get serious. We actually use that platform for sell we identity, for sell who we will be, for sell we ideas and all of that. But the funny thing is, the people there, they manage the whole thing. They don't even know which they get them for hand. They don't even know how to go about. No, I'm just being honest. I wish camera be there for my face.
That is the point. It is a big
I wish
point.
camera be there for my face. I will talk again and again. Yeah. Me, I get that luck is a play ball, and then now I do it what they do. You understand? I don't think say we'll be there for Houston. For Houston, where after COVID period, for Houston, we'll be there more than 10,000 Cameroonians.
I think the problem with Cameroonians, and Kysten said it earlier, we don't know how to brand ourselves because veteran, whatever you call it. I knew what veteran was, but I've heard of another veteran, so I didn't know this. What you were talking about, the soccer game.
It's a soccer
right?
Game.
So my thing is, if this thing is that big, the moment you say veteran, I should know that.
That's why I just said everybody knows about it.
So that's my problem. We don't brand ourselves because we should not be looking for this information. If you, I mean,
this is for me. This is
that's my problem with our people. We
for me now the challenges with the project get done right. Maybe even for Palava come and talk. You understand? Just because now a football idea, no mean so now limit them to just football.
Exactly.
You understand? I don't tell them again and again. Say I don't think so. I want travel go Maryland just because I want to go play
just
for 3
football,
days. You understand? I want to make sure say when I get to Maryland, there should be things like symposiums and this and this. The other time they bring
even master classes.
Yep.
Yes.
They bring Petit Pays. The other time they bring Matizi Pancha. But how about we bring people like Agbor Gilbert who can tell we how the film industry will function? You understand? And how people for diaspora invest. How about we bring some person in Mbole Ekane? You understand? Nothing they don't know they suggest some, but for them they look in the side craze because they just feel like we only get together, play. And
I have communicated with a couple of members from the veteran group, but I'm sorry to say, and if they ever find this video, I wasn't impressed because I asked a lot of questions, and of course somebody who I blog. So the first thing I'm like, do you guys have an Instagram page? Do you have a Facebook page? Are you even on LinkedIn? Do you have a website? And for the most part, it was either we have it, but and I'm like,
they do.
So then you need to invest in these things. If you can't do it on your own, get somebody who can do it. I said at least have a community manager who can. If you guys have been doing this for so many years, I'm assuming there must be a lot of video footage, lots of photos. Someone like Mosina, you're a football player and you have a videography group, company. They could work with you to do something. You know what I mean? And then all those lost pictures, get a community manager to post them across your pages. It's not only when you have the event. It can be all year round. Have even college students, let them come in and maybe take part in the soccer program so they can use that as maybe like, continuing education or something like an affiliation. It doesn't just have to be, I know it's and this is the problem, right? He's laughing because it's too big to think. Cameroonians don't think that big. So you're talking to the wall. So when you talk about these things, it's like, oh man, no, that's like a 5-year plan. You're just saying too much. It's just too impossible. But this is what Nigerians think of from day one. And when Nigerians start launching something and it becomes so big, we start completely comparing ourselves. Oh, Nigerian people, this. But because they understand the assignment, they know what they need to do. This is 2023.
Before you
2023 this is the digital era. You have. Do they even have an Instagram page? Tell me.
No. Trust me. More people forget about the veteran competition because
but soccer, football is entertainment. It's part of the entertainment industry, right? So even though it's a different association, it's still for entertainment. That's why they invite people to these different states to come and watch them. So you need to brand yourself.
There like Gilbert get plenty of things for talk, but before Gilbert talk, more go for my person, Kysten. Kysten, you are actually one of the person who started the talk show thing in Cameroon. I don't know if you were the first or one of them, but more use one of them before they beat me, before they report my case. The question I want to ask you now, plenty years on pass. Are you impressed with what is happening or like the progress?
Mm.
Speak the truth and shame the devil.
Everybody knows I'm a very blunt person.
Yeah, this is.
So, and I'm a very firm believer in what is worth doing is worth doing well. For how long that and again, I want to be very careful with what I say because I'm practicing what's called conscious living. I'm not just speaking for speaking's sake, and that's something that and that's why it's taking me time to get back into the spotlight and cameras because I'm very particular about how I'm living right now, and I don't want to get myself into some kind of mess. So there's progress. You have people in the Cameroon industry who are doing it. There's Drangoma with Freaky Table. I know I've not really followed the growth of whether Nigeria, Cameroon, whatever, but I know that people are doing it. But is it good enough? Is it where it's supposed to be? Are we, as a country, as Cameroon, are we where we're supposed to be in entertainment? I'll say no. I would say no, and there's a lot of factors that affect it. There's the hustle for one. There's branding for two. Cameroonians, we don't understand the power of branding. Libyanka, for example, this girl is amazing. She can sing. She's great. She has this big platform now that everybody loves. But I feel like she's missing the branding aspect of it. She's missing it. I mean, it's okay to wear kaba if that's what you want to do, but brand it. Brand it in such a way that Alicia Keys that you're working with want to wear kaba and with you on stage. You know what I mean? So that's a difference with Nigerians or Ghanaians or South Africans, is that they know how to brand. So Cameroon is lacking that branding aspect of show business, because that's what it is. It's show business. Yeah. There's a show and there's a business. Yeah. Talent is not enough. If talent was enough, then people like Mr. Leo would be like Grammy winning. But it's not enough. You need to also have that aspect of it. So I'm just saying we're lacking in that domain. We're doing it, but it's not good enough. There has to be something else. I don't know what we're missing. I don't know what it's going to take for us to get to that point where we understand the power of branding. Is it branding yourself, your product, your service, whatever you're doing, and then people automatically key into anything that they think is big? When I started my talk show, I went to Cameroon first. I went to CRTV first to say, oh, I have this show, because I filmed this in Nigeria, and I went to CRTV and said, oh, can you put this on your platform? Can you da-da-da? Oh, well, long story short, it didn't work out. I took it back to Nigeria. And then, in fact, I even discussed the idea before even I filmed with Cameroon, with CRTV, and it wasn't going anywhere. Took it back to Nigeria and worked on it, and then it got on TV, got on African Magic, which was, the biggest platform in the African scene. I don't know if it is now, but at that time it was. And then Cameroon started to buy into it, be like, oh, that's our person, that's da-da-da-da. So I'm just saying, why is Cameroon not equipped? And it's not like Cameroon doesn't have the ability to be that equipped if we want to. But there's something that's lacking, and I don't know what is lacking. What is the thing that we're missing? I don't know. Because it won't have cost them anything to say, okay, bring your show, let's put it on CRTV, and then we'll start from there and grow it. But no. Well, eventually you've had other people like Miss P on TV, which is great. And I don't know why you have to succeed outside before they take you seriously in Cameroon. I don't know why we can't start in Cameroon. I feel like if Drangoma had continued in Nigeria what she's doing in Cameroon, she would have been bigger. and she knows. But again, there are personal reasons why she had to move back to Cameroon, which is great. But with the kind of effort that she's putting into the brand that she's built, there's supposed to be more, but it's not as big, and I don't know what we're missing. I don't know. It's just something.
I feel like now small explanation.
Even you, TORIDEY, what you're doing is fantastic. It's great. And it's yeah. No, why you say what you're doing is great. It's really, really great. And it's something that should be it's a unique it's a fantastic idea. It's great. You're bringing the people on it. Is it as big as it's supposed to be with all the effort that you're putting in?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it is. Why? Because it's a Cameroonian thing. If you were bringing Nigerian artists or American artists or South African or whoever else on your show, you'll be way bigger than you are now, because there's just that thing that Cameroonians just feel like if it's a Cameroonian thing, then let's be looking at it, and then when everybody else embraces it, then we can join and celebrate it. Or they won't tune in to watch a Cameroonian, but they'll tune in to watch a Nigerian or a American. So I don't know. There's just something. And until we figure out what is missing, what that missing point is, then we're going to be doing a lot, but not getting the results that we really want. So,
Boss Agbor Gilbert.
Yes, sir.
Now 50 years now with the industry, or 100.
I have 3 women and just me. So when this one talk, this one talk, I just saturate my brain.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to recap a little bit. Starting with what Christine talked about, the shows and how far we've gone. Yes. I remember when Mr. Mbole Ekane was still the director of production at the CRTV, and Christine came. I think I met Christine and Joan, and I called Mr. Mbole Ekane to request for an audience so they can go there and meet with Mr. Mbole Ekane. But as it is, there's a deliberate act from my own point of view. I'm entitled to my opinion, and I have the reason to feel frustrated. It's a deliberate act for CRTV not to buy content which is created by English-speaking Cameroonians. It's a deliberate act. There is no sugarcoating. As of now, we have 18 films that are lying in somebody's cupboard inside CRTV. And when you ask CRTV, you'll say, oh, go and talk to Tabe Noncho. She's your sister. She's the director of productions. But at the end of the day, even if you talk to Tabe Noncho does not have the power to validate these films for them to be shown. And we have gone to a point when the former director of programs was there at CRTV, he said, oh, for these 18 films that you have, they are all English-speaking films. You have a French version. If you don't have a French version, we needed to maybe balance it with the Francophone films to show it. The quantity of films that is coming from the Northwest and Southwest equivalent to the whole of Sub-Saharan, Central Africa, Sub-Saharan region. Northwest and Southwest produce the highest content in the whole of Central Africa sub-region. So you cannot limit us to buy. How much do they even buy the films? 1 million. And then when they cut the taxes, you're left with about 728,000 something francs.
How much you pay actors?
You understand? So when people talk about spending money to do this, Edith is crying that she doesn't have money because she doesn't have money. That's why she cannot produce films. The actors are not making money. Trust me. We would have loved to pay Cameroonian actors millions and millions of CFA, but we don't even know how to recover the money that we are investing. When you go to the Ministry of Communication, before it became Ministry of Communication, it was Ministry of Culture and Communication. The minimum they pay for a Cameroonian film should be at least 6 million. But now you're making 1 million. And then when you have talk shows like Freaky Table, like MC Divenja's show, and all of the shows that people are taking time to do, reasonable content, like what Celebrity Hour TV was doing, what Christine was doing. You go to Seattle TV, they will refuse to buy it. They will prefer to produce their own content. You understand? So even if you look at shows like Jara, 53 Extra, most of these shows are subcontracted shows on Africa Magic.
Mhm.
And when it's a subcontracted show, you're gonna use a lot of technicality, a lot of input to want to bring out the content to be beautiful and interesting. For you to get an artist like Loco on a show, on your show, you have to make sure that Loco is maybe available on Seattle TV. It's a studio show, the same structure, the same concept.
Mhm.
But if it's a subcontracted show, then wherever the artist is, if you travel to Douala, you can create a set. And with that set, you can make it as beautiful. You can change angles of the different set and make it as beautiful as possible. But like I say, there's a deliberate act within Seattle TV not to give relevance to content that is produced by English-speaking Cameroonians until proven the contrary for now. And they are so cunning about the way they go about it. Once in a while, they can pick one director like Billy Bob and take his series and put there. And then they just give you the impression that, oh, we are all Cameroonians, whatever is coming. What is happening with the 18 films that are inside Seattle TV? They are not explaining to us. Then when you look at people like Miss P, Miss P was fortunate, to have Orange as a partner with her show, Miss P Show, and it was showing on STV. And the biggest platform in Cameroon remains Seattle TV. Same like when you look at the Anglo-Saxon distribution network, the biggest platform still remains Africa Magic. DSTV still remains the biggest platform. So, and DSTV will buy a film from $5,000 upward, which is 2.5 million upward. So if a cable TV that's based in South Africa can buy a Cameroonian film for $5,000, is it not shameful enough that Cameroon government will buy a Cameroonian film that you produce a film in Cameroon, you employ Cameroonians, you help the government to reduce unemployment, and then they buy it for 1 million. Do they spend 1 million to produce their own show that they produce only inside CRTV? So that's where you have some of the challenges.
Can you add the word mediocre shows, whatever they're doing?
When you watch what is happening in Cameroon, you see that the frustration is not just mounting from the people who are generating content, even from the people who have equipment like chilling music, Chichi or Bliss TV, who can generate content to sell. They don't have it because there's a lot of CRTV is so. I don't know how to refer that house. I don't know how to refer the house.
And
then now, let me finish because there are so many recaps that just came in.
Somebody just is testifying what you're saying. That is the truth. He used to work at CRTV.
Okay,
Mr.
and then
Bliss.
you look at Cameroon. Cameroon is a country where, to the disadvantage of the Cameroonians, over time, Cameroon government has used, what they call multiculturalism or national integration, where they recognize people at the level of their small communities. You come here, even if you go to Manu, people don't identify themselves again like we come from Manu. So this one will say I'm a Jagam. This one will say, oh, I am a Boki, I am Kenyan. Even the Northwestern we used to say, when you just say, oh, the man Abamena, you know that everybody in the Northwest is. Somebody will say, no. I'm Oku, I'm Bafut, I'm Bengui, I'm Meta. You understand? With that division that has eaten the very fabric, the foundation of what makes us Cameroonian, it becomes so difficult for Cameroonians to propagate and value what is made of Cameroon because people identify themselves with their communities. Right. 2007, 2008, when I came to America, there was CAMSA.
Yeah.
And CAMSA will assemble all Cameroonians, both English and French, for a weekend. The first time I went for CAMSA, there were more than 100 and something thousand Cameroonians gathered. And at that time, people were not traveling like today. But today, with the coming of the Anglophone crisis, with the coming of the anti-Sardina, with the coming of all of these issues that have actually, punched holes in the foundation of living together and social cohesion. There is no how that the Cameroon entertainment industry will not get those punches.
You're right.
That's true.
The first time I took myself to travel to China, I wore an atogo. I was comfortable in it. Very comfortable. But today, for a Bayangi man to wear an atogo, it's a problem. Yes. Because at the end of the day, there's a reflection that runs through the people in the Southwest. Me, I wear the atogo, so Northwest man don't ever wear rapata editing. You understand? So people identify themselves with their clique, but they don't pride themselves with what is supposed to make us feel that Cameroonianness. So whatever we are trying to do in the entertainment industry, we are going to have a lot of problems. That's why you see my brothers struggling to sing in French. That's why you see some of us. We have migrated from Bamenda. Magasco migrate from Bamenda to Yaoundé. Jovi, everybody. We have migrated, all of us. Boya used to be the hub. I used to remember people would travel right off to Sang Malima to come and see the likes of Salatier and Mr. Leo in Boya. Boya used to be the capital of entertainment. All in King Stephen, everybody, they migrate to Douala. And then, if you look at America, go to Hollywood. Take a clear example of Hollywood. There's nothing particular about Hollywood. But for the fact that all the celebrities are in Hollywood, it adds an economic value to that zip code. When you move to Hollywood, the first thing somebody will tell you is expensive because of the class and standards. But when you go to Hollywood, you see people sleeping on the streets. There are communities where the roads are bumpy. But America has used the cinema sector to brand Hollywood as a place you will want to die for. Yasako, don't cut me. These girls have been talking. Allow me develop. Let me develop.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that question.
So now, I'm getting into branding. Allow me talk.
Talk about.
Because when Christine comes,
not call me TORIDEY, call me Nasaka.
Yes.
This one is personal.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when we talk about branding in Cameroon,
Very important. Talk about that.
They say fake it till you make it. Stop blaming Cameroonians, entertainers for fake it till you make it. America, would they buy clothes? They go take the clothes. Even for go red carpet, people they take clothes, they get tagged. They hide the
We
tag.
don't even brand. We don't even do it in Cameroon.
In Cameroon, if you see Mr. Leo driving Toyota Yaris, he buy money. In America, if you see somebody driving that car, he don't go sign the motor, he take them for the pay small. Same like in South Africa. And when you look at Nigeria, that you people always want to compare Cameroonian artists to Nigeria. With the coming of UBA, Tony Elemelu has given the Nigerian entertainment industry a huge facelift. And I can explain. You open an account with UBA, you are Wizkid, and you see a house in Banana Island that you want to buy. The house is 100 million naira. And you do a show that generates you at least 30 million naira. You come and you make that deposit. And while your account is active with UBA, UBA buys a house for you for 100 million naira. And put an interest of maybe 5 million naira. Now, when you're working and you're paying the balance of the 75,000 naira, UBA makes 5,000 naira. But the house is your house. And you see on social media, Wizkid just buy Lamborghini, he buy Rolls Royce, he buy this one, he buy this one. And then you see the likes of our own artists who are A-listers, the Salatiers, the Stanley, they start becoming too pressure because when they give them a lot of pressure. It's because the Nigerians, they don't understand, say, now wait till where they show and for una go vibe to. For the very America, I know artists the way they go shoot music video Lamborghini. After that, they take Uber go their house.
In Cameroon, the difference will be
so the thing is in Cameroon, Gomez will sell in motor for shoot music video. And then they will still, the Cameroonians, they will not go see the sacrifice where they be made by Gomez. But they will instead use them as a disadvantage
family
for
member.
Gomez.
Family member go
Now,
touch
we
Can
look
I-
at,
can I ask Gilbert a question?
I'm on branding.
Do you believe in fake it till you make it, since we're on that topic, as a way to brand?
The truth of the matter is that fake it till you make it. There are no better people in the world who are doing fake it till you make it like the Chinese. Everything about China is fake. China is one country I know that have cities where people don't live in, but you see high rising, you see mansions, and you see all sort of things. You understand? I've actually studied the Chinese industry, and I've been there. Chinese actors, you say we take taxi. Chinese actors, they take Okada go house.
Wow.
You understand? So we in Africa as a whole, when somebody tell you, say, this is my car, he buy them.
Yeah, of course.
He not borrow the motor, he buy them. So people fake it in different ways. And when we started with the film industry in Boya, we had partnership with Vincenzo, who's a fashion guy in Boya. The guy they call Fali, and there's another guy up there around Malingo. When we want to do music videos, we go to their stores, we rent dresses, we do things. That is what is done here. That's why you have a costume
And there's
here.
nothing wrong with that,
And there's
because it
nothing
brings
wrong.
the economy
Fine.
within the industry.
So,
Yes.
Now, Agbor Gilbert about always full of different
But
ideas.
you cannot be reading comments and sharing.
I just say it popped for my eye.
I
It
beg
popped for my eye.
give that a magazine for Kysten here.
It popped for my eye. So now, when you look at branding as a whole,
I like it.
if you talk about the film industry, I think we have upgrade.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't upgrade because we tell stories them. We also tell stories that we reflect our communities them. So if we want to tell a village setting, we'll tell a village setting. We want to talk about a film for Dockyard, we'll talk about Dockyard. We want to talk about a glamour story. There's a movie that I have been able to see some small glimpse about the film. The movie Silent Storm. It's a beautiful film. Good locations. Locations, I don't know if you believe they Cameroon, but that fine film. You understand? And some people will feel like, say, will not get people that they own Rolls Royce. People that they own them.
Yeah.
They just pack it for their house them. So for you for even be able to go meet them, forget the motor then to another problem on its own. Because you know if you go buy the motor for Adam for shoot film. So but gradually people are beginning to see. And then Cameroon is fast becoming too expensive to shoot a film.
Very.
Cameroonian actors are charging too high to shoot films these days. The technicians are charging too high to shoot films these days. And then today in Cameroon, unlike if you go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, I will bet you say, to God be the glory. Say you go for Nigerian money house, no matter how beautiful you see the mansion is, you ring the bell. Sir, please, so your compound, fine. One can shoot movie here. You will be surprised how that man go carry a whole family come up for that house the day when I can film. And I will coach you how many times we don't go for go shoot on person house. The woman just come. The woman never finish. When I make her come up for my house, I enter my house. So that is Cameroon for you. You understand? And then there are some areas in Cameroon that you go to film. You like, there are few communities in Cameroon that you have good streets, good road networks. You know, in Limbe, sometimes you go around the Cité 6 on the right side, and then in Douala, around Bonapriso side. In the middle of a shooting, some policemen just come, venez ici là. Even in Boya. Until now, governor gave a tell them for Boya, so when I stop for the disturb people the way they shoot movie. When you see them filming, pass. It has nothing to do with you.
Wow.
But formally, when we are filming in Boya, it has said it just drunk the police people them and the gendarme them for just can't stop when I shoot. What's your problem? We'll show you authorization, so we'll get right for film for you. So that one too don't cool. But it comes when it's the cry. I understand why he say enough it investing money for film again. When he not invest money for film again, right? You know, go make the film industry for progress. You know, go make them better. But now, how do we narrow the costing? Make to be high, where Edith go overspend, but where if we do movie for makeup, okay, if we know that's okay. By chance, Netflix give we the opportunity. We don't mess them up.
Mhm.
Because rather than we at that time when the therapy was going to Netflix before the Fisherman's Diary, over focus our energy for campaign and sensitize Cameroonians to go subscribe. We were there shouting, my movie is the first movie to be on Netflix. I am the first Cameroonian to do this.
That's
At
the
the end of the day,
problem.
it worked to the disadvantage of everybody.
Everybody.
First to ever do
That's
it.
the problem. That's the problem with Cameroon.
Mbole,
I'm the
shout that.
first to ever do
I
it.
bet talk against that microphone. I like the way you talk.
First to ever do it.
Do what?
I'm the first to ever have a top magazine. Yes.
Before
Cameroonian
give me
to
that
ever do
magazine.
it.
Give me that
I
magazine.
beg, boss,
Give me that. I never finished. Before Mbole Ekane came up with this magazine, you've had people like Adeline Sede.
No.
You've
No,
had.
just play it.
No.
You understand?
I am
You know
coming.
this.
I am
I
coming.
support
I am
Adeline.
coming.
I
Hold
actually.
on.
No, no,
You're
you know
not
what
getting
I'm
what I'm saying.
You know what
You've
I'm
had people like Lonim Bwemba with La Nuit des Stars. You've had people like Celine Loda who've done magazines.
Yes.
You had a lot of people. There is nobody, not even Agbor Gilbert, but who's the first to ever do anything.
No,
Even when you're not getting my point. Even when this funny man can talk and I discover America, before one can America, Red Indians will stay for
Yeah,
America.
they actually pick
Yes.
for corner water.
Fine. I want to call Alexandra the Great on
No, Christopher
Columbus, where he say he discover the sea road to England. The sea road to India, I want to go for the people that don't the paddle canoe for it. So all this, I am the first to ever do it for me. Not just a distraction way, it destroy a community because
Yeah.
it fuel hit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we missed it,
Mm-hmm.
the board chair of the Cameroon film industry, when me I be there for Los Angeles for Netflix office,
Yeah.
after they view therapy
Mm-hmm.
and they validate therapy, the producer of the therapy that very night I text you, I say, congratulations, your movie has been accepted. And I text the director, Mr. Anori Winningbaum and Mr. Musing Derek. I said, they don't accept on a movie. Now, Netflix was excited. They scheduled the movie, I think, sometime 4th of April, like that.
Mm-hmm.
The board chair say, okay, let us hold on. More push for the Fisherman's Diary. Would film one,
Mm-hmm.
send the Fisherman's Diary. It was rejected because the movie began a lot of artists, they are sung them for the.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm, they already read copyright for those
Copyright.
songs and the voicing of those artists. Them. So now for come cover that one, we had to work with the board chair and the director of cinema at that time who gave us a visa from Cameroon that these artists them, Cameroon, the Ministry of Arts and Culture don't validate, say the artists them, their songs they be licensed in Cameroon and they fit accept the movie. Now, therapy already had a date.
Mm-hmm.
Fisherman's Diary did not have a date. Now, okay, moving forward, the board chair was planning to organize a cocktail, invite the press, make noise, make the right noise like what the Nigerians did, make the right noise, while Cameroonians then. So when Mr. I am the first to ever do it, start with a noise, what happened? The people of the therapy who already had a streaming date had no choice than to come and say, no, now our film first, so we already get date.
Where?
Humble your step and say quiet. You come and book another lie. Oh, I just called Netflix and I told them to wait when I want to pray, when I'm ready to. Who be you for call Netflix and tell them say they wait?
Boss.
So that is why you say that when Mbole is saying fake it till you make it. Those are the kind of fake it
That is
till you
wrong.
kill it.
Yes.
Wow, boss.
True.
I'm gonna give Kysten Enem magazine. I want you to talk to us about how you feel about the magazine.
But also you're
No. That's okay. Let's do your magazine.
This one?
Yes.
What do I feel about it?
How do you feel about it? Like you don't.
First impression, not because you're sitting here. This is good. I love the
Thank
quality
you.
already.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. Mr. Leo.
Can we show you the face of the magazine? Can you show it to that camera?
Oh, okay, here.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
feedback is always welcome. That's
Yeah,
what
this
I want.
is-
Constructive.
This
whether
is very good. This is a very good cover. I like the picture. It's not overly edited to the point where he doesn't have
See.
pores. Yeah. First impression, I love it. I like the titles of the stories. It will make me want to read it because you have 3 things holding you back from financial success. That's a good one. So you meet entertainment, finance in there because See, money is very important in life. I'm telling
Very.
you.
They
You
just
see?
they miss each other a lot.
You know, say, Nyasa, me and not the like the partial way there for this thing. Not the make me at the drive 1 hour away for come for here. Each time I come for here, you go actually just give me small time. Then you give all the woman in time. I did tell you because we not even talk about the aspect. The third point was supposed to talk about how the artists they make money and side gig.
No,
Hey,
we're
we're
getting
coming
there.
there.
No. You people have already presented that aspect because when they always make the impression, maybe like say the industry not supposed to give enough money. Even for America, most of the actors most of the entertainers in America have side gigs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go, people there they own lipstick, they own
Yeah, of
perfume,
course.
and some they own
You
whiskey,
have
some
to.
they own wine. Them.
They don't want them
Me,
to
I'm
get
a
money,
cocoa.
they get
Me,
them.
I'm a
When
cocoa
they
farmer.
get side gigs,
You
when they get
understand?
side gigs,
But
The
we should
problem
talk
where they
about
say,
that.
the problem where
Yeah.
they say most people know, most people is shame for talk say they
Why?
do
Like-
farming.
Why?
Why though?
I am so proud to say that.
You get cocoa farm. That's
It
good.
did not talk on my behalf. Leave me alone.
She's pumping you up.
Not the
She's
talk on my
pumping
behalf.
you up.
Go, Gilbert.
When you go Cameroon today, somebody like Chief of Valerie owns a farm.
Oh really?
And when I go and see Chief of Valerie say actually own a farm,
I'm so proud of him.
he
That
pushed
person.
me for one thing. Say I also need to get a farm
Yeah.
for Boya. You understand? Because Amber they don't make me and the even know how many of my cocoa, how many quantity of cocoa they come on my farm. I don't know why on a life of pretend. Why they make we are living with a virus called Amber. That one day for day.
I'm not part of this conversation.
So when I leave that one, when at the mention of Amber, I'm not supposed to be as a bad thing. When I leave man alone, they don't destroy our life in different ways. So when you look at the cocoa farm way, some of us already do one. Not a bad thing. You understand?
That's
One
good.
Musi owns a farm in Pini. He's a president of the Producers Guild. You understand? Onyamalora owns a barbing salon and a hair salon.
Yes.
So some people they way any man get it thing way he want to do. And me, I'd always tell all our filmmakers and entertainers, don't compete with anybody. Magasco just build a house when a duplex. You know must build duplex. If you build your small house, where you go manage them, where month end, your rent, your electric bill coming in at 2,000 you pay. You live a happy life better.
Yeah.
But if you go build a BB house, like I will know how many Americans, even including the 50 send them, where they buy BB house and for Connecticut today, they not even stay for the house, they don't come up for the house. Then now they make believe that me and all they will Mbole for that one. But I believe that you can live a simple life. We know people like the guy who do the movie Twilight. He owns a simple house, a normal house. If you look people like Morgan Freeman, they own a normal house. The guy where he play the Hawk in Avengers, the guy with the bow and arrow, he lives in a normal house. The guy where play Hannikin, this thing for Starship Trooper, he's a farmer for Canada. He lives in a normal house. So there is nothing that will diminish your shine because you don't live in a mansion and you don't drive a big car, that you use all your savings to buy a car to impress people. I have a friend in Maryland who's a filmmaker. Because of copy and paste, he want to go Cameroon to buy business class ticket. He finally, a woman almost bring a problem, say, we'll not get the one for even pay our rent for you to go buy business class ticket. Now, as he say, boy, just way one person. Just shit on for that business class ticket. They just take picture. You just go share and too. And people don't even get sense say, when you buy that regular ticket as a frequent traveler, 2 days to your trip, go to Air France or go to SM Brussels and say, I want to use my miles to upgrade business class.
Exactly.
You can upgrade business class and fly business class. There's nothing particular.
Right.
And you look at Cameroonian artists today. Somebody wants to fly to America for a show. And the person who is inviting you for that show is saying, bro, I don't have money. I will pay you $3,000. You say, I fly only business class. You go and check business class with Air France, it's $8,000. So you prefer to buy ticket for 4 million for fly, made a please snap picture, put on Facebook, Irish America. And then you can take 1.5 million as fee. Now they fake it, you make it that. For me, that is not a smart move.
Misplaced priorities. Can I
Thank
add
you.
to that, please? I think, okay, so I've been seeing so much about people claiming to be broke and they're artists and stuff on Facebook. I'm not going to call names, but you guys who follow the Cameroonian music industry will know this is a problem that I've always had. I mean, and I'm speaking from somebody who is a stakeholder and who has put in money in the entertainment industry. There are a lot of people that I have supported financially. So I'm speaking because I put my mouth where my money is. I've never understood why artists from Cameroon feel that they cannot have a side gig, but then yet they're the first to complain about how bad their record labels are. Like they expect the record label to come with their money and make them stars overnight. If you were that good, why are you even depending on somebody else to fund your career? Like get a job and fund your own career and then come out and make all that noise. I think that's where my biggest problem is. And that was one of the main reasons why I said I will never use my money to start a record label, even if I had the money to do so, because a lot of our artists, are very ungrateful. They probably see people like Daphne and the rest and think, oh, I want to be like Daphne. I want to have that same life where she traveled a lot. But they don't understand that a lot of money was put into her career and she stayed with the same label for many years. I mean, I don't know if she's still with Stevens, but at least I can give it to her that from 2013 through 20, at least 19 that we know, she was with the same label. Most of our artists don't even last with labels for more than 2 years. And when they leave, they're the first ones to badmouth. So my thing about it is that why are you badmouthing? If you are that good and you're that big, why did you even have a record label to begin with? Go use your own money and come out and make that big noise. Second mistake, a lot of these labels, I don't know if they signed like a non-confidentiality agreement type of thing where when you leave or release your artist, they cannot say anything negative about you or the label, or you can follow up with some sort of legal action. I don't know if we do that. This thing that we trust people too much is what is also killing us, because I'm sorry, if I had a label and you sign a contract and you go out there and badmouth me, we will come for you. And I think that sometimes examples need to be set so that other artists can realize that if it can happen to one artist, then it can happen to me. I think that's my biggest problem. All these artists making all that big noise that, oh, this label didn't do this, but yet you still needed their money to fund your career. Go get your own money. Work like everybody else. I run a platform, but I still work. I work. So that's why nobody can tell me anything, because I fund everything that the Hot Gem does, from the magazine to the lives that we do. Nobody has helped us in any way financially.
Short for say me show go no. Me, I get for BF against the 3 women them. That's cool. No. Una not the compare Cameroonian entertainer than una own a day for America.
No, we're not comparing. No.
Yes.
I have no.
See,
I know people in Cameroon that have funded entertainment industry.
The truth of the matter, and I say, wait, and I say, if you come for Cameroon, and then people the day we they get different white collar job them, like how when I do, Chrissy said you do IT. Mbole, they should don't for a house, they work on top computer, they also make money. If you go do one can make money. Plenty money. Not at the same two way for Cameroon. But
have some respect.
And the truth about the matter, and I say people there they can't create record label there. There's this guy in Charlotte where he runs Steven Records. When me and him meet up one time for Charlotte, and even when we want to create the Cameroon International Music Festival, he was the only person where they always come for the platform, can bash the initiative. He always can caution. So me, I tell you, say, me too, I get bad mob too. So I just give my own one lashing to it to just go find place, she don't quiet. But now, the true way then I say, if people, the way they create a record label then, they come for Cameroon, cash down for Cameroon, for master the environment. I think we could do better. For people like Mr. Leo them and Salatier them, when they be the work together as I felt better, I think say there was a lot of progress that was being made. But now everybody want to go solo for create your own record label. Now record label, now one thing. Forget the gig them for your artists. Another thing. And then most people you be celebrity. When you hear say convent exists, you have people behind convent music the way now they do all the grand work. You understand? For you, go do this, go do that, you need work. How? If you create a record label, you need a strong PR department where not them. Now they are work for talk say, okay, I don't quote a clear example.
That's a different story. PR in
Whiskey is
Cameroon.
doing a show in England. Imagine so we'll get one Cameroonian artist climb on that show. There are so many
That's
people
it.
who are pushing. Davido don't do a tour for America. For auditorium, they only talk Kosi, their show, they go for the one. We talk big show, the way na big event. If we take Kosi, put her on that Davido is stage, right?
Does that explain why I want to like, is that the reason why? Is that the reason why Libyanka easily tour with how they call them? Alicia Keys and all these persons there, because it's really easy to clear the copyright claims on our songs.
First of all, Libyanka's songs were never registered as a Cameroonian song. And Libyanka happens to be signed as of now with Sony. So
we're just claiming her.
Sony actually did the arrangement with Aisha King's team for the tour. You understand? But now Libyanka benefiting from Aisha King's audience, her numbers they quadruple.
Yeah.
This guy Apocalyptic travel all the way from South Africa for can be on Davido's show. Stanley Eno has a song with Davido. And look at it critically. When they invite Whiskey these days for even for fashion show them, he go call Rema, he go call the one. Come, una come could go.
Yeah.
I always tell people, if you hear say MC and they give 10 million. Yes, you go take your own 10 million. You can't tell me and Edith say, when I go take. They don't take my own 10 million, give you. And the thing that way it worry Cameroonians. Cameroonians them, they fear make another man progress. And I understand why they fear make another man progress, because we don't also support some ungrateful people the way they progress, they can't insult we. So you get to understand why some people they fear say, if I support the man, he can grow tomorrow. And the man can she don't for coach me.
Cycle, I believe.
So there's a change of mentality where me at the press say platforms and like Hot Jams, Next Team, TORIDEY, when we get this kind of opportunities then for change the narrative. And when Mbole talk about the ungrateful nature of Cameroonian entertainers them, yes, I go
very,
tell
very
you,
ungrateful. I'm sorry.
I will tell you without water for my mouth. You see all the boy them. May one of the can talk say, on a certain day, me, Agbor Gilbert, never call you, give you an opportunity. But from TZ Pancha to Leo to all them, they don't even answer my calls. Yes, me, I need even call me them. When one do Cameroon Entertainment Festival, me and Chichi and Jide from Nigeria, or Jeffrey Pule, I humble myself. I drive go Douala. She don't for Stanley Eno in house. Me, Agbor Gilbert. I reach for his house. He take me go. She don't for backside for instance on small room say na his studio. And she don't me for there. Yes. Me wait. The idea for we for do the show. We don't take 2 years for ask question. For go for Nigeria, go ask. Go for Ghana, go how na the do one. Come America, can ask how na the do one. Stanley put me for them. Give me education. At the end of the day, he no come. I not send a representative.
Oh,
You should not be quiet. We invite all the artists, them. They not come. Worst of all, now people like Boy Tag the way they stay for Boya. They not come. So when you talk about some of these things, I keep asking myself, in an initiative like Simfest, who is it benefiting? Is it you, the artist, or me? Because last year we came with Trace Anglophone West Africa, which it comprised of Trace Niger, Trace Jama, Trace Iziki, Trace Urban, Trace Gospel. This year we are coming with MTV Base and MTV Niger. So if you come there and you create an opening for yourself, how it benefit me?
They'll tell you that they have a bigger platform.
Now you have the Trace that is saying that okay, let us do business. We have a distribution network. We have what they call U-Trace. We can put your music on U-Trace. We can distribute the music and monetize the music. You get a percentage, we get a percentage. Now, only Stanley and not get songs there for you, Trace. You understand? But now the other ones, the way they even get for take advantage of the thing, they fold their hand and she don't quiet. Then you go here every day. Oh, nani support una own, nani support una own. Mbole and people then like some of the bloggers, and when they tell you, when they talk about our ungrateful attitude, including me, our ungrateful attitude as Cameroonian, because we feel so entitled. People believe so you get for doing for them. No. And I tell Gomez the other day, it is not an obligation that Cameroonians should watch your video or listen to your music. They don't owe you anything. Every Cameroonian way it produce content supposed to be humble enough to plead with the audience.
Please share, comment.
Please share. As we talk for you, so say, Ubek una say una share. Sophie share. Fanny share.
Benoit share.
Share. Una share. Patience share. Leave me alone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was saying that it's good. It has the titles on there, the stories. It will make me want to read it. Like Africa's Old Man Problem. I want to know what that's about. And it's good. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
I love it.
We put a lot of work in that, a lot of money, and
The
we,
quality
yes,
is so
and
good.
I have
It's
to
so
say,
good.
the writers that we got, I'm proud to say, I think all but one were Cameroonian. Living in
Nice.
Cameroon. It's not even like these are people that live in America. And I reached
This
out
is
to
good.
I reached out to different writers, and I felt like, you know
Okay,
what, let's
inside.
give our people a chance. And when you talk about trying to support your own, those are the little ways you could support your writers. You know, you pay them for writing. You know what I mean? With the exception of maybe one or two that I'm grateful that they decided to write for free, just to, that was their own contribution, But I mean, at the end of the day, when you talk about support, then you hear some funny people coming on the Hot Gem saying, oh, you guys are talking about Nigeria, Ghana, but yet they don't know that the magazine, which none of them have bought or shared, has mostly Cameroonians behind the first issue. So when people talk so much and they're quick to condemn, they should do their research. You know what I mean? They should do their research. That's the problem I have with people, Yeah.
Question for you.
You don't say that 80-20 people don't get in magazine.
That is Cameroon.
80-20,
Cameroonian made by Cameroon for Cameroonians by Cameroonians. But yet you have people talking 80-20.
But tell me, in short, make any man way to support 80-20 show me the magazine copy. May take a picture, send up, put on Facebook, tag me for this. I have a copy of this magazine.
You wait forever.
This magazine they for Cameroon. They already in distribution.
My content writer still has some copies
online.
He still has copies, so it tells you, and that's the thing about it, that people are so quick to criticize. That's why whenever people sometimes come to our platform and they make all that noise, I just laugh. I tell Benoit, who's my content lead, that don't worry about it. They don't know the work we put in behind the scene. Just because I don't go online and I make so much noise and I'm posting every day, I'm posting fake pictures and all that, does not mean that I'm not relevant. I'm very relevant because, like I said, I have invested a lot financially, emotionally, in so many ways in the Cameroonian industry. And it's okay. People don't need to talk about me, but my work speaks for itself, you know. And thank you all who contributed to the Hot Gem magazine. Thank you all who supported the magazine.
Where can they buy it?
You can purchase the magazine on thehotgemmagazine.com. We have the print edition. We have the digital edition. We should have some copies left in Cameroon. You could reach out to Benoit if you need anything. Just let me know. People in the US, Canada, Europe, you can always purchase it online. Feel free to support a sister. We're working on the next issue. This is the pilot issue.
The quality.
Yes. And I can, if I could say, we worked very hard on this magazine.
When I used to come bash, people them. When I see the quality,
it's so good.
And
thank you guys for the feedback.
Some picture they were like,
if there's any way we can improve, let us know, because we're all about improvement.
If when I see Mr. Leo, so when I cut the picture, when I put them on a wall, then when I see Mr. Leo, when I put the picture on a wall, then
and it's shocking. I don't think I've seen Mr. Leo in any magazine beside Camera Link, the Hot Gem. And
when I see the way they package Mr. Leo over here. This
Look
is
at that.
this
Yes,
is packaging.
look.
And I had a
Really?
stylist for him. May I
Yeah.
add? That person was at the photo
Oh,
shoot,
wow.
and the outfit was specific
he
to
looks-
Mr. Leo.
Okay.
Nobody
Una
else
see,
will use
Mr.
that
Leo,
outfit.
That's
Mr. Leo
something.
So
wear
just to let you know,
Mr. Leo don't wear Tom Ford for a food. Una can't
That's
talk now.
something I
And the
want
last
to
time you wear
say.
that shoe, I'm at Tutumuna now, but they wanna go capitalize. Oh, now the wicked Cameroonian then.
So,
Go
but
to church
again,
now.
that's the power of branding.
Oh, look
Yes.
at that. Look at
That's
that.
the
See.
power
I
of
had
branding.
I had a stylist from Cameroon, and
Oh.
this guy,
Yeah.
his name is oh my god, I have to. I'm
That's
so
the
sorry.
power
I'm
of
just having a
branding.
memory
That.
block. I'm going
See
to
how
give
he
him credit.
looks?
Yeah.
When
But
that's with
He did
branding.
such an amazing
you
job,
have
and he
to-
took it personal. And I told him, just do what you have to do. I'll leave
Mhm.
it to you.
Imagine if Mr.
Yes.
Leo looked like this all the time.
Come on for day.
It's
Come
true.
on for day.
I'm serious.
Come on for day.
Branding is important.
Branding is important. You're right.
Yeah.
It's very
It
important.
is.
Oh.
By the way, Freak Style is in the magazine as well. So, yep. You know, we support our
Now you
own.
got me. Okay. Oh, my garage. I don't know if I have to give the address. I don't know, give the address there, should I?
Just talk
Okay.
about it.
No, I'll give it. So
Why did you decide to do this? Because normally
Okay.
you have all this stuff at home.
yes, I had them all in my
Oh, that's-
garage.
That's beautiful.
I had this stuff in my garage in boxes actually for over like 2 years or so. So one day I just thought, I'm like, Edith, do something. These things are all in these boxes. People don't see them. And my little sister does hair, so people pass by the garage to go do hair. So I was like, okay, let me just set up this garage like a store, a little store, just to showcase these things. People come to my house just to maybe eat, friends just walk in. Let them go through the garage. If they see something they like,
They
they'll
can get it.
definitely, yeah.
Mhm.
And trust me, it's working. People just walk in and be like, oh, you have this thing.
That's
Oh, I want
beautiful.
this. Oh, I want that. So the garage now is
It's
set.
a shop.
It's a shop. It's a
Yeah.
shop, actually.
I'll come over there and get something.
Please do. The day I was setting up this shop, there's this American guy. He's the lawnmower. He was passing by. He was like,
Mhm.
hey, are you selling those stuff? I said, yes. He came there and bought some men outfit. So most of the times I just open the garage, like just open it up for people passing by. Anybody can just walk in and
Mhm.
you know the
That's
things
good
are
promo right
catchy.
there.
The things are catchy and they are really, 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 really colorful and nice. We have like active wear, so there's something for everybody.
Mm.
You know, Americans
Normally,
they like.
Toride be swapping a pigeon show. Oh, this really.
Okay, so
I mean,
this
I
active wear, so we get
Toride.
hey, I don't suffer.
Toride.
You know, so no. So
Some people they
I'll
born
speak
and
my
they born
Ajibota
for
pidgin.
Kontari Kun.
okay, so
Okay.
sorry, where Gibe no Kimi. You know, say actually change thing, you know, if you change it, anyway, one Chinese will talk.
Even Christian Ekane we go University of Boya begin run for the night to don the rap.
Where?
You don't stay America. You don't stay
No,
America
we
for-
talking about-
for 4 years. You only rap.
So,
Mbole,
garage
if you understand,
space,
say
where
that
go?
you bought
Honey.
them.
it's
I
not
know
You
you have
understand?
to
Christian Enem.
This
Which
Africa
is-
that were a lot. My garage space will be located
Where?
for Grand
You,
Prairie.
With your mouth.
2835. Give a wait. 2835 Park Place Drive, as in park, and then
I like
Place
the way you
Drive.
arrange it.
Yes. 2835 Park Place Drive. Like park and then like place.
8, 3.
No, park, P-A-R-K, park. Who put a play?
Park Place.
And then place, like place, normal place. My address over easy. Drive. I give my phone number to
You want me to momo you?
Grand Prairie, Texas. 75052.
We'll give it.
I beg when I give you momo number.
Yes, I take Zelle and I take Cash App. I take even cash.
Wow.
So this store, I think I'll complete
That's
that.
funny.
Yeah, this store, this so I'm gonna talk a pigeon. People give a bit me for you. So this store, this so we'll get this. I'll get things for men, even women.
Wow.
We'll get active wear. We'll get sweat wear. We'll get like jersey. Fortunately,
I like
they
that
become
swimwear.
we get
Oh.
this spot. The veteran will be now one of the now one of the teams in this. So we'll do so for like different teams. We'll get shirts. The blue shirts. So
very
Well,
nice.
American people they
Mhm.
like, yeah, we'll get good stuff.
I'll
Oh, that's
definitely stop
beautiful.
by.
I'll
stop
Yes,
by
I
too.
owe that to my boy Sashi.
Yes. He told me about you that hey, I bring something for you, Ben. I say, you
No,
know.
it's okay.
I said maybe we'll go to the store. It's a good space. You know, I don't put some small, AC. It's hot in Texas. So I have like my
Mm.
movable AC, yes. So I want to be doing
nice.
like
I love
live
that.
shows in there. I'll go
Mhm.
on live, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
Sell.
see, if it was somebody else, they would want to rent a boutique just to
Yeah.
show. You know what I
No,
mean?
No,
You
Mommy,
have
miss
free
the
rent.
person. You
Free
see, Edith
rent.
Pikwa.
You see what I'm
The
saying? No, but I'm
highest-
just saying that you
Yeah,
don't need to
yeah,
have all.
all
You
of
don't need to
that.
have it all perfect before
Yeah,
you begin.
thank you.
You see, you're doing
Yeah.
that with no overhead costs.
Mm.
Nothing.
Imagine say
Your
imagine
mortgage
say in
covers
the
it.
next minute, right? Toride, imagine say in the next minute, right? You just put the statement and say, from now to the end of the show, all man go talk na pidgin. How Mbole go do it?
I'll talk that pidgin. I'll do it.
How Mbole fit do
I'm a
it?
Nigerian at heart. I'll
I want
hustle.
hear Kysten Enem and Mbole they talk pidgin. You know, I just thought that
You know,
Toride,
say
you know,
We also
Toride.
get give a thing to about my store. We also get things there for kids. I beg you, can't to business. Let me try it. I don't see some pictures of videos on the way to close and show it. We also have things for kids. You know, you don't get that one. And I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow around 2 p.m. for sale. It's for sale. I'm not going to be joking. That one sale for making money. Because that garage space, they so as the AC not today that way, they hit the cam, build it high. So I need for
support.
sell. So if you raise money, you know, for helps on top of the bills. So tomorrow I'll be live 2 p.m. I beg. I'll
What's
be
the
showing
page?
stuff.
What's
and
your
selling.
page?
Edith Pikwa EP on Facebook. Edith Pikwa EP. That's my Facebook page. Go follow me. Comment. Where?
More do and leave it, right? Live for 1 hour 60 minutes. What would be your message to our Cameroonian community at this moment?
I just think that, man. I could talk that pigeon today, not today.
Oh, I bet.
No.
Magazine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll keep it in English, but I think that Cameroonians just need to believe in themselves more, be passionate. They should go for whatever they believe in 150% and not give up at the first try. And it's okay to have a side hustle. I mean, you need something to support your business. Nobody's going to look at you any less. We all have things that we do during the daytime, and that is what funds our passion. So don't feel ashamed. It's fine. If you have to go own a farm, if you need to have a salon, do what you have to do to support yourself, because when you can support yourself, you can empower yourself more, and you won't be able to take nonsense from anybody. You will not settle for what you don't want to settle for. From a community aspect, I think that we should still continue to try to support each other. I'm not saying that support stuff that is whack. I mean, if you know what you like, if something does not sound right, I'm not saying that you need to support it just because it's Cameroonian. Use your discretion, be informed, you know, but support your people, because the only way that we can actually be able to put ourselves out there is if we support one another. And let's tell the truth. Let's not lie, because I think that a lot of our problems is that we tend to lie a lot. We have too many cliques. And when one clique is not friendly with the other clique, then it becomes a problem. It's like now a competition as to which clique can do better or which clique can badmouth the other clique more. So let's just try to be ourselves, be supportive, and work hard at whatever it is we believe in.
Final words. Let's get the hustle on.
That's
yes,
right.
get the hustle on. Find what you like to do, find your passion, and get on the hustle. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. But most importantly, look at people who have done it before you and then try to learn from them, because experience is the best teacher, but sometimes you can save yourself the stress from making mistakes. What I know now, I wish, you know, in my time, I had attached myself to, I had gotten a mentor to learn under and grow. It would have helped my journey easier.
You do not just want to listen.
But now I know better. Anybody who is coming, you know, find somebody, find a mentor and understudy them, learn under them, so that it makes your journey easier. And it's okay to have a job or have a side hustle while you build your passion. And above all, just hustle. Put your back into it. You can do it.
Hustle mentality.
And then if you do something good, when you're ready, be ready to brand it, be ready to represent yourself, be ready to carry yourself, and just carry your hustle in your head like a market.
Yes,
Because at the end of the
that's
day,
what I'm
you only got you.
I'm carrying mine. No. I already said. Okay. To everybody, you just have to be real in life. And I always tell people, be you. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Because you're friends, you don't have to. Because you're friends with some people, you don't have to like do the same thing they're doing. Everybody has their own niche. Know what you can do and focus on it. Don't be distracted by somebody on your side doing their own thing. Just be real and trust me. It takes a little bit of time, but if you're real and focused, you get it done. So that's life. Take it easy.
The Prince of Onoku.
Give it 2 minutes. Okay, fish only for chop.
What? I beg, keep and shut
Because you can come and lecture us now for 1 hour.
I'm hungry. You are fish there for outside.
Well, I don't make a man sing national anthem for you. What I will say is the Cameroon entertainment industry needs love, patience, and continuous guidance. Every Cameroonian owes the responsibility to start changing the narrative and show a beautiful side of Cameroon. Today we have movements, we have blogs, we have events, we have organizations that are propelling certain good ideas. If you come, you have initiatives like the Togo movement or the Togo Association with Madame Mebe Bouma. You have initiatives like the Invest in Limbe, which is another good initiative. We have initiatives like the cooperative unions that are growing in our communities where people can take loans to make investments. We have platforms like Hot Jams, Next Dims, TORIDEY. We have bloggers who are doing video blogging like Roy Mama. I think 237 does that sometime. We have Candid Opinion. We have Melodies. Gwendy,
Media TV.
We have a lot of this. Sophie Talk Show. Now, on individual basis, wherever you go and you see an opportunity that can benefit a fellow brother, do your best to pitch out that person in a very strong and positive manner. Please don't give up. Even if they don't come back to say thank you. After all, Jesus Christ healed 10 lepers. Now one can't tell you thank you.
I know.
So giving back to the community should also be something we should incorporate in our day-to-day life. There should be a time when people should come back and say thank you. For our entertainers who are obliging the bloggers to accompany them, to support them, also learn to come back and give the bloggers packages and say thank you. Because these bloggers don't make money, they don't have a salary running these blogs. So if you go out and do your show like what Kosi is doing, his store, and Kosi wants to go back and goes into duty free and buy the owners of these blogs in Cameroon who have been able to support him, even a pair of sneakers, it will not be a bad idea.
In the next
People
life.
should learn how to give back, because what we do in Cameroon today, we only ask and take and take without giving back. Just as much as you need that relevance, you need that opportunity to excel. So as much as even the likes of Victor Ngange who are running 237 and who are running blogs around, they also need to even buy an Okada, the worker. They don't need for the Jomisa taxi every day. So we need collectivity. We need togetherness. We don't need to know who better pass who. If you go to somewhere and you realize that Kosi genre of music, no fit allow Kosi for play here, please, Kosi, don't hesitate to call TZ Panchak. TZ Panchak, you get there and you can pull Gomez along with you, call him. The only time I don't see Cameroonian artists, they come together. Now from Maryland, we Libyanka come, TZ was there, Gomez was there, and then alongside you get Chichi of Bliss TV, you get Roy Mama, you get Ebanganjang, you get Gladys for Maryland. We all come as a block, and we have to see the result for the show. So we need to continue to work together. Some people are selfless in this industry, like my brother Nyasakowe, now he get TORIDEY.
I know.
So people they don't do a lot, but we will not give up, more not tire, more continue. And he also bring me to the point where I go beg my last point. We need for start blog about positive things and for Cameroon. I did see the trend online today say TZ Panchaki and Rick Ross they do Bele whatever, Bele Mimbo, Bele photo shoot, Bele advert. If it be this one for Nigeria or for South Africa, today so not for sleep. But the bloggers and now they talk say they more pay me. Now me I ask and say blogger, when I say TZ Panchak will pay before I share that picture, how much open to the pay una for write the babatin on I write them? How much Agbor Gilbert the pay una for write the babatin on I write about me? Because if I say they're blogging for Cameroon now for some people them una more write a bad thing, and that's why me and Daniel Yonga will hold una day for neck.
Where it go viral or it go out there, or not because it come in and just like negativity, we make the whole thing go viral.
My name is Agbor Gilbert, but anything about me will just get your own way with it. People that will look at. So the fact that I say waiting, I say they expect say me and Daniel Yonga will actually get problem. But when they realize and say me and Daniel Yonga not get problem, they instead become disappointed. Instead of they will applaud the fact say, oh, thank God say these two people not get problem. Yes, we did it as an experiment because I and Daniel Yonga had a conversation. I told her, I said, Daniel Yonga, let me tell you something, my dear sister. The airspace for Cameroon will become too porous. When you look at Hot Jams doing a beautiful magazine with Mr. Leo on it, there's another magazine called Between Takes. How many Cameroonians know about them? But all along, you go here and I say, oh, Gilbert don't cost CY. CY don't cost Gilbert. Gilbert don't cost CY. CY don't cost Gilbert. But the beautiful things already happen around. Nobody's saying anything about it. So that's why I'm saying, una the people the way una own some of this platform, they una owe we the responsibility. Una owe the entire Cameroon the responsibility for change the narrative, particularly those of us on West Cameroon. We need all the support we get them. Because we be the minority. And even as we be the minority, all the big audience channels, they don't have French Cameroon. And when you go for that, it's too complicated. Do you know that all these kids who send their songs to Trace Africa, they pay $1 million, $1.5 million, $1.2 million?
Wow.
So at the end of the day, who is collecting the money? It's on world basis that is collecting the money before this speaking, they go put their songs there for those for those TV them. Because the TV channels itself is saying that we are not charging artists to show their videos. So the people who are collecting the videos in Douala are charging them money. It's on what basis that they are charging? Because they are exploiting my Anglophone brothers and sisters. We need to get to the bottom of this tiffering where the apple for Cameroon.
Exactly. Yeah.
TORIDEY not even start that one back. You don't even get the money for even talk. So you want to go create a TV channel for Cameroon. You'll die. You'll die. That country will kill you, kill your idea, bury you.
Kosi in Dallas.
Yeah, Kosi in Dallas.
Oh.
Wow.
The 29th of July.
Are we done?
No.
So now if we talk.
You're still on. Your mic's still. Agbor Gilbert.
Yes, I go. Me, I go me. Since you don't just want to talk about fashion industry, that one is a problem. Uday, we supposed to talk about Shasha, we supposed to talk about TC Design, we supposed to talk about all the people them. We don't kind of really hurry.
Can we just quickly highlight the fashion industry real quick? Because I feel like we always focus on the music and the movie. Let's just kind of talk about that a little, because I'm just wondering why nobody talks about them. What's going on with them?
Because they need height.
And that is a simple truth.
Because they need height. Now, sister, maybe Boma don't come up talk, say, may they create an association. You go for Cameroon, Senegalese, they don't come Cameroon, they so agbada them, they get association. But una Anglophone, una not create association because all man over Sabi. You tell Shasha and say, Shasha, can't you know TC Design, una create an association of Anglophone fashion designer, they don't agree for camp. That's why we need to talk about them.
How many of them don't bother with you and say, hey, bro, that picture, I'm this kind of person.
Yeah.
You understand? A big post me, I didn't see me the or any stuff.
When I just started really getting into the hot gem, I used to have designers reaching out to me to send, like their pictures. Yes. But after a while, I just kind of lost interest in it because I felt like I was being holier than the Pope, being more excited about their brand than they are. And then at the end of the day, I don't know, it just kind of just fell off my radar and I stopped kind of talking about those designers, but I was very hot about that. I mean, if you go, you'll see a lot of them, from Margot's Mode to Moretta West to even Afrique Style. And there are just so many of them that we used to talk a lot about. But I also felt again like that way that you talk about them and it just ends there. You know what I mean? And I felt like, I guess they have their own agenda.
We have a problem in general in Cameroon when it comes to institutionalization. All our creative sectors need to be institutionalized. In the film industry, we have the Cameroon film industry. Whether it not be perfect, we have the Cameroon film industry. It don't give you opening into the Oscars, into the Golden Globes, into the other places. We need the Cameroon music industry for sign an MOU with BET, with the Grammys, so that we get people there, endorse people there. You cannot go to the Grammys without being endorsed by an artist who don't win the Grammy. Right. Richard Bona was endorsed by Quincy Jones. So we need those MOU them with these organizations them. But when you come for Cameroon, Chichi, Wax Day, and Emin Gumba them, for she don't create that industry, no problem. They don't go one to one because all man are King Kong. You come for the fashion section, they need for be organized, because if they be organized, what if tomorrow we have a designer where he can do a runway for New York Fashion Week, and then they agree say they go pay for your appearance for each design maker, they pay $100. Then it do for example, he do 10 design where they supposed to pay $1,000, but simply because he come as he want, as maybe Kimboni, or he come as Moretta West, where they not get an organization, where the organization the back he and they get an MOU reach with the brand or the organizers them. Then if tomorrow they choose or not for not pay, he go can after you start cry for internet. Oh, I don't go for they not pay me. They not do it. As Nuvi we go for Ghana, come back, it start complete. We need for agree say we can only achieve certain productive and results when we work together. You don't need for like Agbor Gilbert for we result. You don't need for like Mbole Ekane for we get result. Because inside the industry you get people that know. Because you come from music industry, you get man like Wax Day. Wax Day know you everything. So when you do Wax Day, be ready for understand. Say anything you talking, get an opinion. You come for the fashion industry. You very ready say Ared and Guafo and Kimboni the day way everything you talk for the fashion industry, them they get an opinion. So just ready for accommodate them. You come for the music industry, you get the likes of Agbor Gilbert about Alene Menget and Kankwis where they get over Sabi sense. Where and everything they get an opinion. So just accommodate everybody. We don't need for be friends. We don't need for like each other. We don't need for share a bottle of drink for create a structure where if it be beneficial, if not for the younger generation. And they want in that way, it make a way. This is the lady worker.
And again, it goes back to all the cliques where if one group of people are not friends with the other group of people, they are more focus on the beef than making the money. I think that's one of the big problems that I see, and which is why I mentioned that I cannot fit in any clique. I don't live in Cameroon. So because I'm not in a clique, I don't have, I'm not taking sides with anyone, and nobody really cares much about me, and I really don't care. But my thing about it is that that's the problem we have. I've had people like actresses come to me and say, are you still the person running the Hot Gem? Is it a negative blog? Like, can you imagine? And this is somebody that we've posted before several times, but it's all love. At the end of the day, you don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. You don't even need to like the platform. But the fact that at least we're still putting you out there, we're still talking about you. If we were to take it personal on all the people that came to us behind the scenes and insulted us, trust me, we will not be talking about anyone.
Stephanie to me saying that they have an association. The association has been there for, I think that's the fashion. The association has been there for 3 years. Okay, that's a good thing.
Hey, Stephanie.
And I think that the president of that organization should maybe reach out to to TORIDEY, come online and have a session with TORIDEY, so people should know exactly what you're doing. The only reason why some people know about the Cameroon film industry is that some of us come out to talk.
Of course.
Because if we believe the Cameroon film industry, now people like Solange Ojong, the way they fear for camera, Ijika Solange them, and Ala Leo them, and Nibanyabi Junior them, and Niba God love the way they talk not only for forum them, but for come outside, can't really talk about the industry. They don't come. Then nobody will know that there's a Cameroon film industry. There are places where if you talk Cameroon, and say, oh, do you people have a film industry? They talk, I'm like, say they cheek you. But yes, to all you bad belly people, we have a Cameroon film industry. And it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
We'll die here. We'll need it delete them. Even that way they talk say la Fédération de Coopération de wait. It will remain for French Cameroon side. We get Cameroon film industry. Another one where they well known. So you need to go no side. And then when you look into the music industry, there are people who understand the business of music. You understand? There are people who understand the business of music. The artist the day. TZ Panchak is an artist. You don't expect TZ Panchak now to go start define distributor and all of those things. But if we get people there to understand the music business, for them to take the lead. But I go for Voice of America, I see a group of Nigerians where they can propose a marketing strategy with Voice of America. Voice of America have 52 channels across the world. Now, one of the biggest platforms where they in every sub-region across the world. Now, we for Cameroon not even do them. We'll get a meeting for this very Houston with the guys and for YouTube. And the guys for YouTube and the guys on Facebook. Nigerians are already buying shares inside the meta world. Where tomorrow, all you have to do is when you sit in your house, you don't wear the casket, you don't enter into metaverse. Inside the metaverse, you go inside, you can go into a concert. Like, which means Burna Boy will be organizing a concert in the meta world and you're there watching, but you then are from your house. And you buy your ticket to go for that concert.
Like you're there. You
can go to the cinema in the meta world and sit in the cinema and watch a movie, but you are not in the theater, but you are in your house because you don't wear it. Now, you will see and say this whole thing will can't exist, so they will be like 10 years, then we Cameroon and another one jump into. Instead of we now for start take the advantage, for start feeding into how do we get in here? How do we also buy a spot here? You understand? There are a lot of opportunities that the world is offering with the coming of digital and marketing and the coming of social media. But even at that, if Wax Day they form that Cameroon Music Corporation where it be strong, not that way for somebody they do amo. You come for the music industry, you get the one. Because for the music industry, you get Romeo Dika get your own, Sambe they get your own, Ate Bazo get your own. Any man get your own for day. He come for the film industry too. We get the Cameroon film industry. And let them get two who come say one create his own film industry. Same like now, the year now say Can Queen to one create your own film industry. Oh, wow. So, but it not be perfect. But if we talk say we come together, all we go make money. Because even for my old content, my film was shot 5 years ago. I go still make royalties from that film. Even if I die, YouTube, Google go still pay my picking them. But because for Cameroon, we not ever like organization. All man na King Kong. All man na Hulk Hogan. So any man the one do his own from his own side way, his sabi way, at the end of the day, the noise remains between Moliko and Ekona. the noise in the past Moliko. So we need for come together for say, okay, while we are advocating for Cameroonians to support what is Cameroonian made, for Cameroonians to love what is Cameroonian made, for Cameroonians to consume what is Cameroonian made, we should have structures that are actually making this content available and reach out to people who can also recoup what they are investing to create the content. You not just survive to say, oh, we support our own. And then at the end of the day, how many Cameroonians they go into Shasha store for buy clothes? Marietta West is so close to how many people? Even if it is so close to the number of people there. Unlike here, you can act. The American government can ask a track record from Valentino from Zara. They'll tell and say, okay, this year how much you should make them, and then if you include taxes for them. How many clothes you know Renata Ronso and Voisa 1 year? How many clothes you know Shasha Ronsel and Voisa 1 year? So institutionalization and structuralization being needed for Cameroon, and the one thing that will be lacking. Edith Pikwa don't go open store for garage. He print Cameroon fabric and sell them. He don't rebrand Cameroon fabric them. But for rebranding the Cameroon fabric, he not just end there. He's supposed to pay money for the branding of that, for rebranding that Cameroonian culture to the association, where it means an annual fee they were supposed to pay to the organization. For the organization protect it. Yeah. But since Edith Pikwa no one agree on proper structuralization, because no one pay that money, if one prefer for talk say you don't want for do it.
Which organization
I am making it
I'm making a point. Yeah.
So please,
pay organization for,
I am sitting here with you. If I call Shasha, I go be na Kungusa, but you do on my face now.
Oh my God.
You know what I talk about Camille, if you get what I'm saying? Camille, we showcase dressing. You know, Camille, we showcase.